Welcome to our interview series with WellNest Global and international holistic experts, Consilience, exploring new ways of thriving. So you can find this series on our YouTube channel at WellNest Global. And I'm Valarie Angle Roberts, your hostess today. Our intention of this program is to empower you with tools, resources, experts to assist you in your journey in thriving in life, whatever that may be: mind, body, spirit, community, financial. So today we have a new guest, Yvette LeFlore, who is an intuitive energy healer and founder of Healing with Yvette. Welcome, Yvette.
Thanks, Valarie. It's great to be here.
I'm glad you could make some time and join us today. I know you're a busy lady. Tell us a little bit about yourself and, what keeps you busy, what you enjoy, and a little bit about your life.
So, as you said, I'm an intuitive energy healer, Reiki master teacher, and oh gosh, there's so many things that fill my life. I live in Roanoke, Virginia. My husband and I moved here about 3 years ago, right when COVID hit. So I'm not a recommended time to move because you get really constricted with the people that you get to meet. And I will say, Valarie, that I don't know if you know this, but I was searching, or remember this, I was searching on Facebook and an ad popped up for the WellNest when you had the brick and mortar for a meditation circle that Jen was running. And that was when I found my people here in Virginia, the spiritual circle. So I owe an incredible debt of gratitude to you for having that space to welcome me home in Virginia. So I fill my time with, being with my spiritual people, but also being with the animals. I love being outside in nature, talking with the birds. The animals are my spirit guides. I married and we have 2 fur babies, Jasper and Cleo. My husband's name is Walter. And, I take care of him. That's part of what I do. It's part of what I signed up for when we got married 8 years ago. It's one of the things that I'd love to do is make sure that he's well taken care of.
I love that. And I'm in the same boat. I love taking care of my man too. It's just a rewarding thing for my life. So yeah, thank you for sharing that about seeing the ad and connecting with us. It was really a beautiful opportunity when we were in our physical space and we were able to draw some people together to connect. And that is the vision for what we're doing globally now, is to spread that out and meet new people around the world and then create this global community. But I also still love doing the local in-person stuff too. The energy is really good when you do that.
And that's the beauty of technology, is we're no longer confined to here and local. Our circles and the energy can expand worldwide, and it just allows for a greater personal expansion, and we help expand the energy worldwide. So it's a beautiful.
Talk a little bit about that. We were talking before we jumped on about the power of energy work. And when I'm on vacation for like the first time in my life, but in a long time. And when I was driving down, one of the things I would do when I had data was like tune in to some of my friends' Reiki circles. And I couldn't close my eyes and fully participate, but I would open myself to receive, right? And this trip has been phenomenal. Kathy keeps saying, oh gosh, there's no line. Oh, look, there's a parking spot right in front of the space. Oh, look, the dolphin is right here at our feet. And I was like, yeah, because everything's always working out for me. My energy is in alignment. But, I nurture that energetic part of myself, I know you do too. Talk a little bit about energy work and how it doesn't have to be in person. It's wonderful in person. I think it helps you kind of like come into that massage relaxation state, right? But it can do the same thing virtually, distance, if you're open to it. Will you talk a little bit about energy work and the ability to tap into it anywhere?
Sure. So I want to go back to before I learned a Reiki. I was receiving Reiki. That was my entree into the energy world. And I was having my first distance session. And at the time I had 3 cats different from the 2 I have now, cat lady. And I had one cat, her name was Zara, and Zara was, she did not like people. She didn't like to be touched. She hid most of her life. People never knew she existed. They didn't believe that I had a third cat. And I was receiving Reiki. I was laying on my bed. It was a distance session. It was the first time I was having it. And I felt the weight of a cat on my legs as I was receiving the energy. And I didn't think anything of it because I had two cats that loved to cuddle. And so the session ended and I looked and it was Zara on my legs. And I was like, what the heck? Animals love Reiki. They love receiving, and they'll receive for as long as they want it, and then they walk away. But the beauty of energy is it travels. It's boundless. It goes anywhere. And so we can receive it wherever we are. And when one of the things I really like about distance work with my clients is that their fur babies get to join them. And I will often have people where they've got like 3 dogs laying with them on the bed as they're receiving their Reiki treatment, because the dogs and the cats and everybody wants to be there. They're like, yeah, me too, me too. So I don't know if I've addressed your question directly, but because energy goes anywhere, you can be anywhere to receive it. And the other piece about it is it can be sent into the future, it can be sent into the past to do the healing, to create the opening and the energy healing for the future. And it also can be done while you're doing your driving, while you're doing your working. You can have energy being sent your way and receive it as long as you're open to it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that. I love that you use the transfer with the pets and stuff like that in your example. And, if you're listening and you're like not like putting it together, like, how is that possible? Is that just in your head or whatever? Then, you can look up the physics of that. The physics of energy moving across space and time is documented. And you can definitely read up on the research articles about that. So if you like physics, you'll probably love Reiki. So how did you come up with the name for your business, Healing with Yvette?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question. I believe that our healing journeys, we live in a culture where healing has an ending. And I believe that the healing that we do energetically is on a continuum, and it never ends, because it's like personal growth. And which means that I continue to heal. And so when I created my business, I wanted people to know that we're partners. In fact, I say I'm your partner in healing, because I'm healing, you're healing. And my tagline is, when one heals, we all heal. So when I named my business, I wanted people to know that I'm with you in this. I am journeying alongside. I have not, and nor will I ever be mastered and healed and all done. And I believe that if you find somebody who tells you they're done with their work, turn around, walk away, and go find somebody else to work with, because you're never done.
I agree with you. Just like personal development, just like in your job or workplace, there's always something new to learn. And how boring would life be if there wasn't? If it was just the same thing every day. I think that's impossible. So it only makes sense that we're constantly having experiences. We're constantly, rubbing up against memories or fears or whatever from the world and from life and our past or future. So we have to work through that and do the healing work. You said when we were talking before, you used the term energy maintenance program. I
Yes.
love that. That's like I'm gonna coin that term for you and send it to you.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And it goes to that never being done. As a Reiki master teacher and someone who supports others along this journey, I regularly receive energy healing and do different healing modalities, or receive different healing modalities like I said, regularly as a maintenance program, because we are continually peeling the layers. And though we may heal a layer of something, it's like we're moving up a spiral staircase. And as life moves along, we come at it from a higher and different level and a different angle and go, oh, there's still a piece of that to work on. All right, we work on it. We traverse that spiral staircase. We come over here. We're like, oh, there's more to it. It's not done yet. Yeah, you've elevated and you've worked. Now you're working on a different level of whatever it is.
Yeah, definitely a difference between being stuck and
Yes.
growing, and then addressing the new level of what you're coming up against.
Yeah.
So, and I always liken it to a surgeon or a dentist. They're not gonna, work all day as a dentist or a surgeon and then like go home and do surgery on themselves or do dentistry on themselves. We have to support one another. We have to allow ourselves to serve, but we also have to allow ourselves to learn and receive. And
Yes.
that's why building community is so valuable, to have
Yes.
this trusted relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what kind of services are you offering now in your business? What do you spend your time doing and working on?
So I have a variety of levels. So let me just start with each Friday on my Healing with Yvette Facebook page, I offer healing for the collective. And so what that is, at 9 o'clock Eastern time, every Friday, I send energy healing out to the world. On my Facebook page, however, on the Thursday prior to that, I will ask people, do you want me to intentionally send energy your way? And so when I sit down and I call in the Reiki masters and the angels and I prepare to do my energy work and send it out, I'll speak the names of all of those who have asked for the healing energy. And what happens while I'm doing the energy work is I receive messages and I get light language downloads. And so I'll record what happens and then share that recording on my Facebook page so that people can receive the clearings of the light language and hear whatever the message is for the day. And then I post them on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and, you're working on betrayal or you're working on clearing your throat chakra or opening your heart, whatever it is, you can look through all of the different messages. And like I said, energy will work through time and space. The work that I may have done 3 months ago for the collective will reach you by listening to that video. So that's one of the complimentary services that I offer. And then once a month, I have a service where you can join, and this is a paid service. You join a group of people who want energy healing, and it's just for that group, and you receive the messages in real time as they're coming through to me. Then I have individual sessions, energy healing sessions here I'm actually in Salem, Virginia, but Roanoke is more well known. But they can be done distance. I utilize crystals. I have a crystal healing. This is my tower of crystals. I utilize oils, but you can do a crystal healing. And that's what's really cool about that is you have the opportunity to choose crystals for each chakra. We incorporate them in your healing, and then I give you a write-up of each of the crystals so that you can choose to add them to your collection and work with them. So those are two different services. And then I do crystal divination because I am so drawn to the crystals. And crystal divination is like a card reading, but with crystals. I use a grid and I use about 13 different crystals. They get thrown onto the grid, and that too can be done virtually. It is amazing how spot on the readings are. And let me see if there's anything else that's coming to mind. I'm sure there's more. So if you go to healingwithyvette.com, you can see what I'm offering currently. But those are the main services I have, the healing for the collective, the group. Oh, and I also do an energy share, and that's also something that has no fee. And it brings together people who are trained in energy and not, because I believe that if you're watching this video, you're connected to energy, and you may have been attuned to energy in a different lifetime, and you're just not aware of it. And so for my energy shares, I bring together people who are energetically connected, and they know it. They're attuned to some modality, and those who aren't. And we spend time working with each person who has signed up, break into groups. Each person receives healing, prayers, good intentions from everybody else. And I will tell you that it's like a proud mama moment when people who are there for the first time, who don't consider themselves energy trained, feel things in their body, get senses, see things, smell things for other people. And they're like, I don't know where that came from. It is so much fun to help people open up their intuitive abilities.
Mm,
Woo!
yeah, that sounds
Talk about-
awesome.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah. So
It
do you
is.
do that in Salem as well? In
Those are
person?
virtual. Those are virtual.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's all right. So it's free and virtual.
Free and virtual. What?
Wow. I know. So really, folks, there's no excuses.
Right. Yeah, and you can how you find out about those is you can go to my website, Healing with Yvette. I'm going to tell you one of my missions in having people be able to find me is everything is Healing with Yvette, every channel that I'm on.
Yeah.
And the healingwithyvette.com, I have a calendar of events, and you can find out when the different things that I offer, when they are, and you can see them there.
Beautiful. That's great. That makes it so much easier, than trying to search around. So leave it to you to be organized.
Well, I've
Yeah.
28 years in another business where I learned a lot about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So for those of you if you're not familiar, I'm also in the same region, and we, live in a similar area, and we've spent lots of time together in circles and personally knowing each other and just spending time together. So yes, I can attest that Yvette is very good with business and very organized and structured. So you can depend on that. If you're worried about, someone being flaky or something, don't worry about that. Yvette is your girl.
I have a tendency to live in both worlds, the practical and the spiritual. I walk that line.
Yeah, yeah. And that's, there's a nice balance to that. Sometimes when we get too far into either one, it can really be imbalanced and things are missing in our lives in that situation, I think.
Yeah,
So you've been working go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I used to be incredibly calendared and structured. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, you have to tap into the flow, be reliable, be dependent, be organized, be professional, but also tap into the flow and know when you need to shift a little bit. And especially when it comes to self-care or changing course or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You've been working on a special project recently, and it's all kind of coming up to a culmination, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so tell us about that.
So I took part in writing I'm an author in a book. I still can't even say the words because it's so exciting to me. The book is called Life Shifts, and it's an anthology. There are 23 authors, and we all share stories about whether it's a moment in time or a time period where our life shifted, and we share the before, the after, the outcome, the dark night of the soul moments, whatever it was for us. And when I got the copy of the book and I opened it, I cried. And I want to cry now. The chapter was written about my husband and the relationship we had, and allowing him to take care of me. I said, one of the things I do is take care of him. And this was about allowing him to take care of me. And when I wrote the chapter, it's been in the works for about 9 months now. And I did not tell him about it until maybe about 3 weeks before the book was published. And so the books came, I'm sitting in my chair reading the chapter. I look over, he's sitting reading his chapter, and I'm just crying because it was like a full circle to be able to see him read, how much it meant to me to have him step to me and say, you've never let anybody take care of yourself, and now it's time to do that. And so that's what that chapter is about. And so it launched on November 1st. So definitely go on to Amazon and look for Life Shifts. But one of the things that I'm offering to people, because one of my passions is helping people connect with spirit and how messages come to you through spirit, whether it's animals, angel numbers, dreams, songs, electricity, how does it show up for you? And I created a workbook called Don't Poo Poo the Woo Woo. This name came to me in a download. And for those of you who aren't familiar, a download is, messaging that you get and it seems to come out of nowhere. And you're like, what the heck is that? What is that for? Or, you don't know what you're going to be doing with it, but you write it down. And that's exactly what happened. So I'd like to offer anybody who's listening to this, you can, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see it in the notes, the link for this workbook to help you develop your skills and you're opening your perception to spirit message and then deciphering them. What does it mean? I give you some tips on figuring out what the messages mean. And I'm really excited to offer this workbook up, and it should also be up on my website as well.
Really nice. Yeah, that's highly encourage you all to take advantage of that, because just learning to work with your guides and to discern and connect with your intuition. Sometimes we're all doing it, but maybe don't realize it or brush it off as something else.
Yeah.
Try to make an excuse for it.
And it's more, I want clarity, because I don't want people thinking that I'm offering something different than I am. Mm-hmm. It's really about, it's like the segue into the messages that you get through, like I said, angel numbers, through animals, my personal favorite, dreams, how to utilize crystals for messages, meditation for messages. So I just want the clarity around that.
Cool. Thank you. I'm sure that was needed. If you felt like you needed to say it, it was certainly needed. Oh, wow. So you've been doing this work for some time now, and just, finding your community, diving more deeply into it, transitioning from a different career more fully into this one over the past few years. And now you have all these great offerings, and now this book and the free gift, the workbook. What kind of, what's on your heart today to kind of say to people from where you stand now, to encourage them maybe to, try something new if this is all new to them, or just some general energy wisdom that you feel on your heart right now to share?
I'm hearing, I'm like, light language messaging is coming in. So I'm trying to find a partner. That's on my heart, is find a partner, find someone who you resonate with. It does not mean that you may have physically met them. You may have met them through the internet, watching something on Facebook or TikTok or a YouTube video, whatever it is, but find a partner for the healing work. Healing isn't meant to be done alone. It's meant to be done in partnership. Yes, we have to do the work, but having a witness is so valuable. Having someone that will hold the space for you is incredible. When you are on the table or receiving the energy, having someone who can be with you while you cry, or while you are just totally lit up with the ascension that is happening for you, that magnifies your growth because you have the container of safety in which to do it. So find your healing partner, because when one heals, we all heal. Whoever you choose to do that journey with, find someone to do it with.
Beautiful. Perfect way to wrap up our conversation today, I think. And everyone will be able to find you online, and your resources, healingwithyvette.com, and then the others. And we will have all of that in the description. So if you're listening while you're walking or doing the dishes or something like that, don't worry. Just come back to this video, go down to the description, and you'll be able to find all the links and the information below so that you can follow Yvette online, get in touch with her, participate maybe in some of the free opportunities to kind of, get a feel for Yvette. And then, once you're convinced that you're locked in, you can maybe schedule your appointment and work together. So,
and I also have, thank you. I want to say I also have a free discovery call. If you're not really sure and you want to connect with me one-on-one through a Zoom to see whether I fit with you, because that's really what it's about. Do I fit with you? Schedule that. I'd be glad to talk with you and see if that's what happens.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for saying so. Yeah. Because I always say there's someone for everyone. And, Yvette can't serve 8 billion people. So,
but I know someone who can help you if it's not me.
Perfect. Yeah. So we will connect you with people that will help you. And, but yeah, you can chat with her and get to know her a little bit better one-on-one as well. So awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Thank you, Valarie.
Thank you. We're going to let y'all go for now. Make sure you check the information in the description to learn more about Yvette and how she can help you on your energy healing journey. And we will see you back here next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.